Thank you very much, Greg Guzman. With today's starting lineups, I'm John Arter along with Gene Young, ready to bring you Jayhawk basketball here at Bartell's Roy Gymnasium. Gene, the Jayhawks won the first game last night in style, defeating Alpena 95-50. So the offense was on, the defense was there. That's a good start there for the Jayhawks.
And when they walk in and see Rob Regnell, first thing he said is, we can't beat this team. They're just absolutely loaded. So that's my first look at the women Jayhawks. But Rob had to put this team together kind of a last month or two, and he's a heck of a coach. I'm sure they'll play well.
That he is. We're all set to go here. Tip goes to the Jayhawks. Brown. Top of the key. Using the glass. Rebound there by Smith of Schoolcraft. Along the far side is Gammons. Leaves it there for Perry.
Jayhawks in a zone, open with a zone.
Sarah Gammons. Over to Perry. Perry drives the baseline. Little pass out. Now Gammons. Good ball movement. We have a whistle.
John, if we call clipping or offsides, I think people
hope they understand.
John Arter, TV color man for the Big Reds. What a great year. What a great year.
And you were down there in Detroit yesterday at Ford Field calling both games. Gene.
They lost to a very good small college team.
Birmingham Brother Rice was very good, but the Crusaders under Steve Zerwan brings home a state title yesterday. Now down low, shot goes up and in for Crystal Gears. Jayhawks take the early lead. Gammons, little left-hander off the glass. Gears with the rebound. Quick outlet pass, goes out of bounds, a Jayhawk turnover. 18:54 left to go first half. Gammons brings the ball down court across the midcourt line. Jayhawks in a man-to-man. Ball knocked out of bounds. Still Schoolcraft ball. They'll inbound on the near side. Gammons. Now outside shot by Gammons. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Jackson. Taylor Brown, top of the key. In the corner. Shot is up and good. Sonny Carnot. Carnot with a tray. Top of the key for Smith for three. Alexis Smith answers. And it's 5-3 Jayhawks. Carnot, far wing. Off the back of the iron, ball's tipped around. And Rodriguez came away with it. Jackson shot off the iron. Little pass over to Perry, puts it in off the glass. We're tied at 5.
Might take 4 or 5 minutes, John, after playing back-to-back played last night, and these kids get tired, long weekend.
Oh, yes. Brown shot, rebounded by Jackson. The putback draws a whistle. Jackson will go to the line to shoot two.
Jackson, a returning player from last year, 6'5", and she's a large gal, and I think Coach Reckner is going to expect a lot of her around the basket, both defense and hopefully offense.
First shot by Jackson, in and out. (17-18) left in the first half as Jackson splits the pair. Berberet along the far side, kicks it back over to Gammons. Perry over to Berbere. Gammons passes down in the post. Ball's knocked away and stolen. Nice quick steal there by Rodriguez. Taylor leaves it for Sonny Kernot. Rodriguez. Kernot spots up for a tray. It's good. Kernot with her second tray of the night, Gene.
Yep. She had the chance to shoot it. Got an excellent arc on the ball. She's going to make a lot if she can keep that arc. Good shooting touch.
Now Taylor over to Kernot. She fakes on the three. A little pass down low. Laying it up and in is Gears. And once again committing the foul is Roberts. That's number 2 on Tenise.
Schoolcraft being from the Detroit area, a lot of kids from Plymouth, Canton, and Garden City, Dearborn, Livonia, in that area.
Gears completes the three-point play. Jayhawks with a 7-point lead. Little pass into Perry, and we have a whistle. Foul on the Jayhawks. And now Abby Rodriguez commits her second foul. That'll get Allie Weirda up off the bench for the Jayhawks. Comes in for the Rodriguez, who commits her second foul. And Weirda came off the bench last night, Gene, scored 13 points.
Oh, good. Get that bench strength.
Gammons. Good hands there by Kernot, and it turns into a Jayhawk steal. Taylor in the corner. Off the iron. Nice offensive board by Gears, but cannot convert. Far wing. Smith.
Our officials tonight, I guess so, Don Slater and Randy Reese, they're veterans, and I'm not picking on them because of their gray hair or receding hairline. I'm saying veterans because they've been around and are quite experienced.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Jayhawk ball. 15-15 left to go here in the first half.
As many years you've been doing this, John, you probably recognize all the officials.
We recognize these officials, don't we, Gene?
Yeah, all from West Michigan area. And
first name basis, we get to know where they're from. And they all do a very good job on the men's circuit. We've seen a couple of the men's officials. We see them on Big Ten football.
Yes, yes.
Dick Whitvolt and Todd Gerlings.
Yep. Todd had Iowa and Michigan last week. I don't know what he had this week, but
well, Todd also has had an announcement in the paper, too, as far as a position change, Gene.
Yep, he's leaving that public school superintendency, and I don't blame him, and going back to his high school where he, as a student, and taught, Muskegon Catholic Central, and he just figures another state championship. He'll take credit for it. Notice one thing. Check that roster, Muskegon Catholic. With the exception of Lewandowski, one of the better players in the state, they've got their whole team back next year, John.
Puts a smile on the face of head coach Steve Zerwan and Mike Rebecki, better known as Bunny. Jayhawks off to a good start here. As Weirda, little pass into Gears. Gears in the paint. Shot doesn't go. Kernot with the offensive rebound. She spots up for a tray, and it's good. Her third tray of the night.
Not only good arc on the ball, but she releases the ball quickly, John. She's a player. Hails from Kent City, Michigan, and the women program have had several players out of Kent City.
Now from the free throw line. Shot does not go. There's the offensive board for Perry. Put back doesn't go. Rebound to Gears. Michigan and Ohio State had a very exciting football game, Gene. The Buckeyes winning by 1 to stay undefeated, but had a little get-together. The Galeen Giant said to say hello to Gene Young.
Okay.
Do you know the Galeen Giant?
Hal Shaw.
That's exactly who it is. A nice drive.
Did he come to town? Or?
Yes, he's in town. McKinnon with the bucket. He said, please make sure to say hello to Gene Young. Katie with a chance to complete the three-point play, and she does.
.48 left in the first period. Women, like the men, play 2 20-minute halves.
And we have a whistle underneath. An offensive foul will be called on Tabitha Mann. Kernot to Weirda. Ooh, good save there by Kernot. Gears. Now Brown, top of the key. Shot does not go. Mann with the rebound. 13-15 left to go here in the first half.
Jayhawks stay on that zone defense. It's a 2-1-2 defense.
Berberay's turnaround jump shot does not go. Kernot, a little behind the back dribble. Works her way around. Nice move there by Gears.
Well, what a big lead. Schoolcraft just can't get unleashed offensively. 7.5 minutes and only 5 points, and they want a timeout.
Timeout, 12:33 left to go here in the first half. It's Muskegon 21, Schoolcraft 5. You're watching Jayhawk basketball here on MCC TV. John Arter and Gene Young back here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. The Jayhawks off to a fantastic start, leading 21-5 here in the first half. Schoolcraft, little pass in to Perry. Wesley, back to Berberay. Good defense.
Schoolcraft has a small team in there, not any height in the middle.
Rodriguez with a steal, lays it up and in.
That's a tough shot, John. She got under the basket. There was a slight push there. She handled herself well.
Schoolcraft just trying to get anything to start it against this tough defense of the Jayhawks. Now shot is blocked there by McKinnon. Ball's tipped out, right to Weirda. Weirda working through traffic, nice little cross-court pass.
A very unselfish Jayhawk team.
Rodriguez, three-point shot. Rebounded by Smith. Berberet. .15 on the shot clock. .7 on the shot clock. Little drive, shot doesn't go. Nice rebound by McKinnon. Brown. From the near wing, Brown knocks down a deuce.
John, they're shooting extremely well, and this team playing very well as Schoolcraft. Just as you mentioned, 5 points, and we're almost halfway through the first half.
Pass goes out of bounds. It's an oscillate turnover. Boy, Gene, an oscillate. They're not very common over here in Muskegon, but over near Schoolcraft, they must be pretty common.
I saw a lot over the last few days, John.
Yeah. On your way to Detroit, did you see a couple over there?
Hang out at the malls and saw one drive through window at McDonald's.
Jayhawks with a 20-point lead. Rodriguez. Cross-court pass to Kernot. Behind the line, three-point shot doesn't go. That's her first miss behind the line, and we have a tie up there, jump ball. Schoolcraft ball. 10:08 left to go first half. We invite you to stay with us at halftime. Get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Jayhawk men's team, Dave Schlump. Will be talking about some of the players on this year's squad. And then Gene, we'll have a chance to talk to the assistant coach of the Jayhawk women's basketball team, Sandra Bush.
Yeah, Sandra does a nice job working with the girls, and sometimes female can communicate better with a female player, and she plays a very important role in this team.
And there's a travel. Jayhawks with a little bit of a substitution as Clanisha McBride checks in for the Jayhawks.
McBride returns as a sophomore after playing last year.
Ooh, McBride put the elbow and shoulder into the defender and gets called for the offensive foul.
I like the fact she took the ball to the basket, though.
Right.
She just has to get a quicker step to get around that defender, and then she's got a possible 2 3-point play.
Gammons. Kernot with a rebound. McBride, top of the key, hits the three.
What a nice shot. That's Community College's 4th 3 in this first 10 minutes of the game, John, and that's good shooting. They haven't missed too many.
No, they haven't. Good shot selection here in the first half. Whistle here, a foul on Sonny Kernot. And Gene, it's only been 1 year, but with Coach Rob Recknagel coming in for his first year, I think he's instilled some discipline on them as far as what shot selection to make. Get the high percentage shot.
Yeah.
It's great to have Rob back here at MCC.
Well, he drills them in fundamentals, and he's a very good coach. Had a good career here, decided to go to Florida. He's back now, and it's a good guy. And I tell you, he's met all the coaches in West Michigan, the women's basketball coaches, attended some clinics. He's had his girls all over helping recruit. And in a short time, he's done an incredible job. And he invites the coaches and kids to the games. And I would say he gives them free passes, but the admission is free anyway. But no, he's going to be very popular and make this a great place to come and play, and also get a pretty darn good education at a very reasonable price.
And it's his first year back. He came, it wasn't here through the recruiting season, so you'll see stronger and stronger players coming here to MCC with Coach Rob Recknagel. Pass in, putting the shot up and in. It's good for Alexis Smith.
That's her first basket in about 7 minutes, John, if you can believe that.
That's quite a dry spell. Now Kernod, nice little drive. High off the glass, offensive board doesn't go, but a travel is called on McKinnon. It's a Jayhawk turnover. Gammons, near wing, kicks the ball back out. Smith. And a travel will be called on the far side on Marina Sayed.
We've had only 10 personal fouls called on both teams, 5 each, and not a lot of turnovers, so it's been a quick play first half, John. Not many whistles.
And we have an offensive foul called on Jackson. Her first.
Also, as the game wears on, the crowd late arriving, probably a lot of them watching the tail end of a couple good football games. The Spartans' normal weekend, successful again.
Yes, very successful. Finishing the Big Ten campaign undefeated and ready to face the Buckeyes next Saturday night at 8:17 at Lucas Oil Field. When you say it all at once, it doesn't sound like a nice place, Lucas Oil Field, you know? You got to say it slow. Lucas Oil Field.
They're still cleaning it up, right?
That's right. Shot by Wesley's good.
Schoolcraft with 2 consecutive buckets. And
Jackson, too hard off the glass. Wesley. Wesley with a 2-point shot.
Well, that's 6 straight points for the Schoolcraft team, and finally broken into double figures with 7 minutes left here in the first half, 28-11. Jayhawks still in command.
Pass down in the post, draws a foul on Schoolcraft. Alexis Smith called for the foul. That's her first. That's only the 6th team foul. So the Jayhawks need to inbound. Rodriguez. Kernot off the back of the iron. Gears trying to get that offensive board. And she is fouled. Saeed called for the foul. That's Marwa's first. Gears makes good on the first free throw. Gears makes good on both.
Gears out of Kent City, Michigan, a sophomore.
Sayed. Ball's bounced off Kernot. Now Kernot picks up that loose ball. Drives baseline. Reverse layup doesn't go. Picked up.
And I kind of lost control, John, and threw the ball up. I wish he could have kicked it out to a teammate, but easy to say.
Brown with the rebound along the near side. Leaves it for Kernot. Now McBride. Three-point shot, in and out. Sayed with a rebound. 6 minutes left, first half. Ooh, a nice little pass.
Yeah. Nice give and go, and last 2-3 minutes, Schoolcraft has really, well, they made 6 of their last 7 shots after a very cold first 10-12 minutes of this ball game.
McBride gets called for the travel.
Community College, only a handful of turnovers. I like the way they handle the ball.
Gammons working around McBride, and McBride with a block, but also the foul. It's McBride's second foul.
McBride's the type of player, if she got in for 20 minutes, you'd have to pull her. She'd have 4 persons. A very physical player, but
yes.
You always put a player like that on their best scorer and try to upset her a little bit.
Gammons good on the first free throw. Second shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Brown. Kernat. Rodriguez. Ball's tipped away and stolen by Wesley. Her pass is stolen by Rodriguez. And Muskegon wants a timeout. 4:53 left to go first half. It's Muskegon 30 and Schoolcraft 14. Jayhawks inbound. John Arter and Gene Young here on MCC TV. Jayhawk basketball. Now Brown. He'll turn around in the paint. Outside shot. Does not go for Gears. Rebounded by Smith. Now Gammons.
Jayhawks have cooled off a little bit in the last 5 minutes after a very, very good offensive start the first half of this first half.
Kernat. Will pass in the Gears in the paint. Gears puts it in. Count it. Gears in double figures with 12.
Tell you what, John, she's a player. She absolutely is a player.
Very impressive. All around on both sides, the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
5'8" out of Grant, Michigan.
Crystal completes the three-point play. Crystal had 17 points in last night's 95-50 win over Alpena. Everybody on the Jayhawk team got in the scoring book yesterday.
Good.
And Brown's going to be called for the foul.
Coach Regnell's done something very clever. He'll take his team to a high school to scrimmage so the kids can see them practice and everything, and you know, give them a good idea what it's like to be a Jayhawk. And he's had several scrimmages before the season with some schools in Grand Rapids, colleges, and getting these kids ready for their regular season.
Gears. Brown on the drive. We have a whistle. Brown is fouled. Should go to the line to shoot two. And that foul is called on Pummel. Julien's first foul. First free throw is good by Taylor Brown. Brown splits the pair. Gammon's three-point shot is good. Gernot loses the ball out of bounds.
Tried to go behind her back, a little cleverness, and kicked that out of bounds. Turnover for the Jayhawks. 3:15 left in this first half, and Schoolcraft has played very well offensively, John, the last 5 minutes.
Outside shot doesn't go. Race for the ball. Perry, Gammons. Some offensive rebounds here for the Ocelots, and we have a foul called on Brown.
No, Coach Recknagel has played his entire bench this first half, and that gives these kids, you know, they go on halftime and he can talk to them and they can feel part of the game, and that's good strategy, especially early in the season.
Smart move by Coach Recknagel, getting Brown out of there with 2 fouls with only 2:51 left. Don't need the third here in the first half.
No.
Now Pummel is good on the first free throw.
She has, is that a yellow, or how would you describe, gold, or what, how would you describe
That's a
her?
yellow, yeah.
Yellow shoes and socks, very.
Banana color.
Yes.
Pummel scores both. It's a 15-point Jayhawk lead. Now Gernot. Nice little pass to Gears. Gears puts it in off the glass. Nice drive. Couple defenders picked her up, but it left Gears alone on the side. She just kind of laid it off the glass, Gene.
Yes.
A travel will be called on Roberts.
Early with viewing this Jayhawk team, John, but they're very unselfish. They play team basketball. They move the ball well and look for the one who has the best shot, and it results in scoring points.
Oh, what a good look there. Nice pass right to Gears. Gears lays it up and in. Foul will be called on Jackson. That's her second. Jean Crystal Gears led the scores last night with 17 points, and she has 17 here in the first half tonight.
Yeah, she's just a very fine offensive basketball player.
Alexa Smith misses on the first free throw. She splits the pair. 2:10 left to go first half. McBride. Granat. Little spin move. McBride. Nice drive. Jackson with a putback.
That's the kind you want Jackson to utilize her height, and a nice putback for her at 6'5". She should get several of those per game. Got to stay active.
Ooh, a good little pass down low, and McBride commits the foul against Perry.
That's what I said. We got to watch her. She's a person to have in that court. She's very physical and hustles, but she picks up fouls quite quickly.
That she does. That's her third foul right here in the first half.
She knows she's coming out.
Perry in line to shoot 2.
Taylor Brown, a 5'10" freshman out of Grant, comes in the game.
Second shot by Perry, misses on that one. Gears with the rebound. 1:25 left, first half. Brown on the near wing, checked by Wesley.
Coach Rodriguez calls Texas, and I think they ran Florida, John.
Jackson called for her third foul. 1:13 left. Jackson stays in the game.
She does have a presence in that middle defensively, their zone defense.
Wesley, three-point shot, doesn't go. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Jayhawk ball. And the Jayhawks call timeout with 58 seconds left to go here in the first half. They're holding a 20-point lead, 40-20, here on MCC TV. Jayhawks across the midcourt line. Gears. Double team. Gets the ball to Rodriguez. Nice little bounce pass in to Jackson. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Schoolcraft. It'll still be Jayhawk ball, 14 on the shot clock.
Jackson with 3 fouls goes to the bench.
A little leaner, does not go for McDonald. Brown. Granat pulls the trigger on a tray. Rebounded by Perry. Loose ball. Perry picks up that loose ball. A little pass down low. Wesley along the baseline. Has her shot blocked. Brown gets tied up. She's able to get it away. And Coach Rob Recknagel calls a timeout, giving the Jayhawks a possession with 17 seconds left to go here in the first half. Jayhawks inbound. The Ocelots put full court pressure on into the backcourt. Now Kernot along the far side. Rodriguez. Brown, 3 seconds left. Kernot, top of the key at the buzzer. Shot doesn't go. And we're at halftime here at Bartell's Rhodey Gymnasium. The score is Muskegon 40 and Schoolcraft 20. You're watching Jayhawk basketball right here on MCC TV. We're back here at Bartell's Rhodey Gymnasium. We have a halftime guest, head coach of the Jayhawk men's team, Dave Schlump. And Coach, welcome. The Jayhawks are facing another season here, and you have another group of basketball players coming in. That's the thing about junior college basketball. You have to be recruiting and bringing in new blood constantly, and you've done another fine job again this year.
Well, we've been all over the place, and we have a nice mixture of new kids coming in and a lot of familiar faces too. So it's been we've been very pleased with how this group has worked together, and that chemistry has taken hold, and we're ready for the upcoming season.
Looking at the roster, I see 4 people from the Windy City. I see the Chicago, Illinois. There's 4 of your players from that area, so your recruiting reaches down to Illinois.
Right, a little help with that from Taiwan Jones, who was here with us last year. People wouldn't remember him because Taiwan, due to a transfer situation from mid-Michigan, was on our team all last year, but was regulated to just practice. And that's a tough thing to do. You know, you start out in September and basically you go all the way through March, where all you have to do is practice with the team, and him and Richard Donnelly both did that, and now we're kind of reaping the rewards of them making that commitment.
Mm-hmm. Last night, getting back closer to the Muskegon area locally from Holland, you have Marquise Hatter. He had 22 points in your big victory last night, 94-63 over Alpena. Marquise is playing very well.
He is, and you know, he was with us last year, and he really exemplifies that. A lot of times coaches will say, you know, that biggest improvement comes from your freshman to your sophomore year, and boy, has he really proven that to be right. He has really taken his game to the next level. He's in top 10 nationally in assists. He's scoring for us, and he's also playing good defense.
Tell us a few more of the players that are playing very strong for the Jayhawks just out of the gates.
Well, you know, you got Jake Anderson, who got a chance to get some minutes for us last year. Jake's out of Grant, Michigan. He's played well. Locally, people might know the name Chase Casebolt from Montague. He starts for us and has been a good shooter for us. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Richard Donnelly, local Muskegon product, kind of that presence in the paint that we've really been missing, and he's done a nice job for us.
That kind of rounds out the starting 5 that you have, but for a team to be strong and compete, you need those guys that come off the bench, your number 6, number 7, number 8. Who are the Jayhawks counting on this year?
Well, like you mentioned, we have that Chicago contingent there, and Nick Norales from Chicago comes off the bench. He comes off the bench with as a threat to score at any time. And then Riley Angeli from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Seems like we've always had a UP kid here the last couple years, and he also provides a spark for us, not only with some experience, but defensively and ability to score also. And the other kid I want to mention is big A.J. Whitaker, a 6'6" kid from Northport, Michigan, which is up in that Traverse City area. Last night had, I believe, 14 rebounds in the game for us, so provides us with that depth at the big position.
How is the exposure getting out there about the Jayhawks? They're down in Chicago, up by Sault Ste. Marie and the UP, and Traverse City over to the east side. How do you get that exposure? Are you seeing them at different summer camps, or how are you getting to reach these kids?
Well, it's just a wide variety. Number one, I have excellent help in Jimmy Booth, who actually I've known since about 2nd grade. I actually coached him all the way through grade school and up on through varsity, and then saw him as a college. He's an ex-Jayhawk himself. So we know a lot of people. We get it through networking that way, and then we just put a lot of miles in and go see kids. And we're really picky about the type of kid we get. We really are a believer in that chemistry. So there's a lot of things we look for.
When you get out and see these recruits, what are the things you sell them on Muskegon? Bringing them here to Muskegon, about the school, the location, what they can do here scholastically along with athletically?
Well, we tell them, first of all, that Muskegon Community College is a great junior college, that you're going to have a legitimate chance to get your associate's degree. To be honest with you, this right here, family and friends, if they can't make it to Muskegon, can tune in and watch you play here. And then we like to think that we simulate a 4-year college experience on the basketball court. So if they're fortunate enough to get recruited and have a chance to play, they will be able to do that. And we've had some guys that have been able to go on and go from here and play.
The Jayhawks are early in their season. Last night you won 94-63 over Alpena and played some other games. How do you feel about the team so far, and where do you need to improve?
Well, we're 5-1 right now. Our lone setback came to St. Clair Community College in that East-West Classic in Kalamazoo, and that was a real good learning experience for us. We had a 6-point lead with about 4.5 to go, made some mistakes down the stretch, and things didn't work out, but we bounced back quickly from that and just keep moving forward. We expect a tough battle with a very resilient Schoolcraft team tonight, and looking forward to a good game.
Schoolcraft always has very strong players. They're from the Detroit area, of course, and playing that Eastern Division. The Jayhawks compete in the Western Division, and it seems like annually the Lansings, the Grand Rapids, of course you don't want to forget about K-Valley and others. Any ideas who you're going to be battling? Will it be another Lansing, Grand Rapids strong contingent this year, or others joining the mix?
Well, you know, they're both playing really well that you mentioned Lansing and Grand Rapids, but I'll tell you, got an early peek at that Kalamazoo squad, who has just looked phenomenal. They're off to a great start. You mentioned Lansing with a big win over Mott, who's a perennial national power. We're looking for just a battle night in, night out in that tough Western Conference.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you very much for joining us today. We're looking forward. You have the nightcap, as you mentioned. You're going to play a very strong Schoolcraft team. What should we look for in that game? A little bit of pregame here as far as what you need to do against Schoolcraft.
Boy, what we're going to really need to do is defend. We're going to have to do a better job of keeping them out of the paint. Look for us to possibly mix in some zone defense against that team and really try to keep that score for them down in that 70 mark. If it isn't, then it's anyone's ball game.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you very much for joining us. We'll be pulling for you as you go for your 6th win again tonight against Schoolcraft, and good luck in the season coming up.
Hey, thank you very much.
That's Dave Schlump, the head coach of the Muskegon Community College Jayhawk men's team. Stay with us. You're watching Jayhawk basketball right here on MCC TV.
It's halftime. The Jayhawks are up over Schoolcraft 40-20, and Sandra Bush, the assistant coach. Sandra, how many years you been with the Jayhawks?
Gene, it's been about 12 seasons, going on 13.
Must have started when you were just a young girl in the early 20s, right?
When I was about about that age.
Okay, but you know, you've got to be happy. Last night you crushed the Alpena team, and tonight you're playing real well. Schoolcraft can't buy a bucket, but you put up 40 points in the half. And you know, my first look at the team, and I was thinking of the very narrow recruiting season that you and Rob had. I think you've got a team that's going to win some games.
Yes, we got a team that, especially Crystal Gears and Taylor Brown, there's two competitive players from Grant. They have a desire and they want to win. And I think Sonny coming from Kent City, Sonny Kernat. So everybody's kind of coming on board and playing good team ball. If you really look at it, Gene, a lot of these young ladies walked on. You have Shamari Harris, you have Allie Weirda from North Muskegon, you have Michaela McDonald from Fremont. A lot of these girls came, called Coach Rob and said, hey, we'd like to be a part of the Jayhawk program, and they stepped on.
Well, I had said on the air in the first half how you guys have gone to high schools and scrimmaged. You've scrimmaged in colleges in Grand Rapids.
Yes.
And I watched the kids. You know, they're out of bounds play. They're thinkers out there. I think that their knowledge of basketball is very good, and their learning curve is short, where teach them once or twice and they've got it. And they seem to be very unselfish.
Yes, they are. They have a goal in mind that they want to make it to the regional conference, the regional play, nationals. They want to take it to that next level, and they really do catch on well. It's really nice time in practice as well, because they're really good players.
Well, it's going to be fun. As you know, you got a variety of talent and teams coming in, and we're going to do about 10 or 12 more games, and it should be fun. And like I know, I think the kids are having fun. Do you have people with academics coming eligible at semester?
We're hoping to get Alex Torres coming on in January. She's working out with us right now, and hoping that she'll be aboard, and that'll be a tremendous asset to the team, along with all the other players that we have right now playing.
Well, it's one thing I like that you and Rob did the first half is you got everybody in, so they felt part of the team, and everybody played last night. Everybody scored last night, I was told.
Yeah, everybody did score.
Yeah, and that this early in the season makes for a team that if they can play together, they can get along together and get the academics going. One more, I don't think people realize going to school, academics, and basketball, that's a busy day. These girls really have to schedule their time in order to do the academics and do the basketball, take care of their bodies in terms of conditioning. So we're going to have fun talking to you for the rest of the season. And Sandy, thanks for stopping by, and have a good second half.
Thank you, Gene.
That's Sandra Bush, Muskegon Community College assistant basketball coach.
Jayhawks inbound the ball to start the second half. Kernat along the near side. Ball goes off her foot, out of bounds. It'll be a slip ball. Jean Crystal Gears both teams led the Jayhawks with 17 points, followed by Kernat's three three-pointers with 9 points. And the Osselets have a turnover right back. Both teams a little trouble starting out of the gates. Kernat will pass in. Turnaround jumper is good by Gears.
Gears, she's a scoring machine, John.
She's a strong player.
Were we expecting a stat sheet at halftime, or is that on its way?
That might be on its way.
Okay.
Brown. Over to Gears. Outside shot, 3-point shot does not go for Kernot. Perry picks up the loose ball. Outside shot. Gammon's shot is rebounded by Rodriguez along the near side. Kernot. Little give and go. Oh, some nice passing there, freeing up Gears.
Yes, Gears was an easy shot, but a great assist.
Yes.
The type of assist you want to put a check on. Give her an extra star.
Gammons. Rodriguez with a rebound. Kernot. Gears. A 3-second violation will be called on the Jayhawks. Turnover with 17:54 left to go here in the game.
Harken to Rob's father at halftime, and
Right.
he's got about 3 jobs trying to make ends meet.
Gears lays it up and in. Are you talking about the coach here?
Yeah, the coach.
You mean he needs more than the $1.2 million he gets when he signed for the Jayhawks? I guess sometimes it's just not enough.
No. You're talking to Tom Izzo and some of his buddies.
I think you're right. And an over and back will be called on Schoolcraft. Jayhawk ball.
Watched 60 Minutes a couple weeks ago. Saban at Alabama, $5.5 million. The president being interviewed said, "You know, it's the best thing I've ever done business-wise for the school."
Now that $5.5 million, is there on top of that some of the other things
Yes,
he gets with
that's
products?
only the salary from the school.
Right, so he's
Nike,
much higher than that.
Yes, he's probably about $7 million.
3-point shot is good by Kernot.
They're not an excellent 3-point shooter.
Gammons. Nice block there by Jackson.
That's what you like to see her do.
Cross-court pass, Rodriguez. Near wing, 3-point shot, in and out. Perry with the rebound. Ooh, a nice little lay-in by Sayed.
Schoolcraft's first points of the second half, John. They had stopped at 20 at half. They now have 22.
Jayhawks starting the second half with a 9-0 run. Nice move, but unable to finish is Kernot. Sayed with the rebound. Bounce pass down low. Nice block by Jackson. Jasmine Jackson just stood her ground there, Gene, and kept her arms up in the air, took the ball away on that block. And we have a whistle. Foul is on Alexis Smith. It's number 3.
Coach Frecknagel giving Rodriguez and Brown a start in the second half and really getting different combinations in there.
Gears gets the offensive board and the putback. She never gave up on that, Gene.
No, and 5'8", she uses her body while she's strong and went up strong with that power move.
Whistle, foul on Muskegon. That'll be on Gears. That's only her first foul of the game.
15-29.
Sayed. Loose ball. Man. The Jump ball is being called. It'll be Jayhawk ball. Check that. That's Schoolcraft ball. 15-22 left to go in the game. 51-22 Jayhawks. And Muskegon wants a timeout with 15-22 left to go first half. The Jayhawks with a commanding 29-point lead, 51-22. Schoolcraft to inbound. Chelsea Wesley will pull the trigger under the basket. Passes out to Perry. Perry is fouled by Rodriguez. That's the third foul on Abby. Turnaround jumper doesn't go. Wesley with the rebound. Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Jayhawks. Schoolcraft trying to get some offense here, extends their defense into the backcourt.
See how the Jayhawks handle a little press. Pressure defense.
They played that one pretty well, had no problem getting across the midcourt line.
They're out Schoolcraft a man-to-man.
Gears in the paint. Now Kernot, three-point shot is good. That's her fifth three-pointer of the night.
Well, when you hit threes like that, you're going to average 20 a game. She's really a fine scorer.
That she is. Sayed cuts across the lane, is fouled. Kernot called for her second foul.
You know, John, the three-person officiating crew, I think, has given these people another 10 years longevity in this career. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yes. There's a lot of running. People don't realize the basketball officials what type of shape they need to be in. Jackson with the rebound. Brown, nice drive, gets around her person, could not finish. Now the rebound by Alexis Smith. Smith across the midcourt line. Little bounce pass knocked away. Fouls on Alexis Smith. Number 4 on Alexis. She finds a seat on the pine here as she commits her 4th foul at the 14:06 mark.
Sit her down for 4 or 5 minutes. She'll be back in there.
Sure. Now Kernot. Cross-court pass on the far wing. Shot does not go for Weirda. And Weirda commits the foul.
Weirda looks, is he calling a foul on me?
Man, over to Perry, and there's the steal by McKinnon. Burnett. Weirda. Pass down low to Jackson. Jackson puts it in.
What a nice feed. You're right. Great assist. Jackson did the right thing. Didn't think about it. She just went up and put it in. Good, smart move.
Perry. Pass into man. Little hook shot doesn't go, but Jackson commits the foul.
John, we're at the 7 minutes into the second half, and Schoolcraft, I even hate to admit this, has scored 3 points. They had 20 at half. Jayhawks finished with 40. They've scored 16. You put the math to it, and they've outscored them 16-3.
Yeah. Man misses on the first free throw. Misses on both. McBride with the rebound. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Jayhawk ball.
13-minute mark. 56-23, Jayhawks.
The Oslets still continue to extend that defense in the backcourt, trying to create a turnover. Burnett. McBride. Far wing. Bride hits the ball off with the Oslets. A smart move by McBride.
Yes, very smart move. McBride, a sophomore out of Muskegon Heights, Michigan.
14 seconds left on the shot clock. And now they ask to have it reset. McKinnon called for the foul. That's her first. Laying it up and in is Sarah Gammons. Rodriguez.
Rodriguez likes to shoot. I am a shooter, coach. Watch me.
Now Gammons. Is it there for Wesley? Hummel loses the ball, but right to her own player, Sayed. Sayed. Jump ball. Should still be, it is Schoolcraft ball still.
Good call.
Yes, 10 seconds on the shot clock, Gene. Sayed. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Looked a little like croquet. That little pass went right through the legs and right out of bounds. She wasn't ready for that bounce pass. Now Kernett. Ooh, she spots up for a tray. Oh, it doesn't go. Loose ball picked up by Gammons. Perry. Rebounded by McKinnon. McBride. Picks up the dribble. Nice little pass into McKinnon. McKinnon puts it up and in. Count it.
Tell you, Community College got a phenomenal shooting percentage in the second half. They just haven't missed many shots. Very unselfish team. I'm repeating myself, but to watch these this year and the way they move that ball to the open person, it's very, very impressive.
And McKinnon completes the three-point play. I think along with that shooting percentage that you talked about, Gene, is the fact that they're taking some good choices in their shot selections. Moving the ball around, like you said, unselfish, moving around till they get the best shot, and it really shows on your percentages of shooting. Now McBride. Top of the key. Burnett drives the lane, little underhand up and in.
Boy, she's got good body control and assortment of shots.
She sure does. She now has 17. Using the glass is Smith.
Only the third basket in the second half, and we're just a few ticks away from being halfway through the second half.
Right with the drive, and we have a foul on Schoolcraft. That foul will be on Smith, and that will be it. That's number 5 on Alexis. She'll finish with 10 points.
Gears went out 4.5 minutes ago with, 3 personals, John, and she's inserted back in the ball game.
McBride, good on the first free throw. Second shot is also good. McKinnon with a steal. Nice little bounce pass. Burnett plays it up and in. Burnett now with 19 points.
She's a player.
Shot does not go for Roberts. Burnett picks up that loose ball. McKinnon, ball is slapped away. Gears gets the loose ball, top of the key, shot doesn't go. Offensive board by McKinnon. The putback is not good, but she's fouled. Fouls on Sayed.
McKinnon, a 5'7" freshman from Jenison, Michigan. Former Wildcat. .857 to play. 65-27. Jayhawks have played well.
Yes, they have. A commanding lead here in the second half.
Coach reckon the biggest decision this last 8:56 is I got to get my bench in, and how do I rotate them, and who I play with the first group, and make this team happy and give them each kid some minutes to play. And he's in such a lead that he'll be able to do that.
That last foul by Crystal Gears is the team 7th, so they'll walk the length of the court. Jessica Perry with a 1-and-1 free throw attempt. She misses on the front end. Brown. Checked there by Gammon. Gurnett. Little bounce pass into McKinnon, and McKinnon is fouled. That will be called on Denise Roberts. McBride. Ball is loose. Now Wesley along the near side. 8:18 left to go. Pass in to Roberts. McBride comes away with the ball, and she's fouled. She tried to dribble out of traffic there. Gammon's called for her first foul of the game. McBride, good on the first free throw. That shot does not go. Ball goes off Gears. It'll be Ocelot ball.
Both teams in 7 fouls, so they'll be in a 1-and-1 at 10 personnel. Each team gets 2 free throws.
Wesley. Perry. Man with the offensive board. In the paint, shot doesn't go. Battle for the ball, jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Jayhawks. McBride. Here's a nice pass and unable to finish.
Executed a good fast break, but you're right, John. Couldn't finish it. Good ball movement, though.
Yes, it was. Wesley.
$7:23 left in the ball game.
Brown, little one-hander. And they're called for the travel there as Wesley tried to get the ball out, couldn't. He commits the travel. 7:15 left to go in the game. 66-27. It's been all Jayhawks. Now McBride, the near corner, good for 3. Wesley drives the lane, and McBride comes over and commits the foul. McBride didn't want to see them get an easy shot there, came over and committed her 4th foul.
Jayhawks have 6 threes tonight, 18 points off 6 shots. Always nice to hit that 3.
Wesley misses the first free throw. Wesley misses both. Now McBride near side. Loose ball. Jump ball. Schoolcraft ball. Pummel, nice drive in the lane by Julene Pummel.
Their 4th basket this second half.
And there's a steal by Mann. Mann traveled. Couldn't get rid of that ball, Gene. Couldn't get a grasp of it. McDonald will pass over to McBride. Now Harris, a little bounce pass down low, put it up and in is McKinnon.
Nice feed.
Sayed. Pummel, left-hander, back to back. 6 points.
Schoolcraft goes into double figures in scoring this half. That's their 11th point.
Boy, sure have had a tough time finding baskets and points tonight. Offensive foul on Weirda.
Weirda charged in and lost control.
Sayed, 3-point shot. Offensive board and putback is good by Mann.
Strength and height took over on that one, John.
McKinnon. 33. Nice shot by Wesley. .425 left. Reach over the back foul will be called on Mann. That's her 3rd.
We have the men's team playing right after this game, John, and
yes, we do. They're 5-1 on this season. The only loss being to St. Clair in the East-West Classic down in Kalamazoo, but they're very excited about their season this year. Offensive board by Weirda. Shot doesn't go, but she's fouled. Bunyak called on the foul. Weirda, good on the first free throw. Weirda good on both.
But, John, I'm impressed. A very short recruiting season for Coach Regnagel, and it's not a very tall team, but I like the way that they hustle on the boards and they pass the ball. They're very unselfish.
Yes.
There's some good skilled players that fundamentally know basketball. Of course, you want to get kids out of good programs at good high schools that have coaching right up 5th grade up, and so then you get a well-rounded player that can play at this level.
And they're scoring points, Gene. Last night they scored 95 against Alpena. Tonight they have 75, and there's over 4 minutes left. Loose ball picked up by Harris. McDonald over to Weirda. Pass into Jackson. Jackson put the ball on the court and was nearly stolen away. But it's a foul on Schoolcraft. She nearly made a mistake there, Gene. Jackson, good on the first free throw. Second shot, in and out.
Schoolcraft just passing the ball around, looking for that good open shot with 3:35 left in the ball game.
Now the ball is stolen away. Harris.
Nice move. A little short on the shot.
Pummel. Jump ball.
Well, it's only the first game of the season. I haven't seen some of our regulars up there on the top row yet, John, but they'll get here.
Yes, they will.
Led by Paul Combs.
Rodriguez.
Very interesting call. He had McKinnon for hooking to get around the defender. She stuck her elbow out and kind of hooked her to get around her, and the officials called that.
Well, it's a little early on our equipment, Gene. I think you're going to have to carry this one as we're having a little technical difficulties here with my mic.
Well, why don't we switch headsets, John?
Well, that gave you an easy out there, Gene, and we'll find out. You'll probably come back here pretty soon.
Color, man, but you can't lose the play-by-play.
So there's 2:36 left to go, 76-35, Jayhawks. Wesley, first shot doesn't go. Now we have a moment. We want to introduce that Jayhawk production crew. Christian Veralbic is on camera. Second shot is good by Wesley. Neil and Bradley is in the booth again this year. Welcome back, Neil, director and producer, and probably looking around trying to find out why Gene's headset isn't working right now. Now a lean in, no call. Oh, all alone. Here comes McKinnon. McKinnon, little spin move, doesn't go, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. Fouls on Bunyik. First shot is good. Second shot off. Laying up and in is Roberts. And a three-point shot is good by Weirda.
Schoolcraft.
And we have a foul.
John, we switched mics, but we're both okay. We'll carry this through to the end of the game. Rod. Our man, Rod.
Our man, Rod Van Norwick. Minute 45 left to go. Jayhawks a commanding 80-39 lead. Denise Roberts at the line. There's a board by McDonald. Ball's tipped away. Wesley dishes off to Pummel. Pummel converts.
1:20 left, John, and this team putting out 95 points last night and 80 right now with 1:10 to left. Quite an offensive production.
Outside shot does not go. There's the board there by Harris. Pass a little too far. Running the scorer's table is Brown. Taylor Brown with good effort going after that ball. Just over a minute to go here in the first game of two. A little too hard. Another offensive board by the Ocelots, and drawing a foul is Wesley. McDonald commits the foul.
Officials using their whistles to the very end, doing the job that they're paid well to do.
Wesley good on the first free throw. Wesley good on both. Brown, three-point shot. Oh, coming out of the pack is Perry. Perry lays it up and in. 32 seconds left. Little drive, push shot doesn't go for Harris. 15 seconds left. Now McDonald, pass ahead is stolen away and out of bounds, Jayhawk ball. 5 seconds left. Harris to inbound. Pass to McBride. McBride shoots and it doesn't go in, but the buzzer goes off and that'll do it. The Jayhawks winners tonight. Back-to-back wins here in the MCC Thanksgiving Classic. Winning tonight 80-45. A good game by the Jayhawks, Gene.
Yes, it was. Early season game, and I thought they've well prepared by Coach Recknagel and very unselfish, and it's a team that is going to get bigger players and more talented, and then they're going to be real tested, which should be very interesting.
Well, we invite you to stay with us in about 15 to 20 minutes. The Jayhawk men's team will be taking on Schoolcraft. You're watching Jayhawk basketball right here on MCC TV.